painting 2 onions and cloth. So I did this underpainting. I just uploaded a stop motion video if you want to check that out of how we got to this spot. So now it's time to jump in and hit it, 2 onions and cloth, and just trying to set this thing up there we go, and let's go a little closer. Okay, so of course the how come that's loose? Let's see. Okay, is that all right? Okay, sorry about that. Seem to be having a little. Okay, so of course what you're seeing there is not quite what I'm seeing. I'm looking at this angle, but whatever. Art fun. Let's jump in and we are going to, I did this underpainting. You notice I got a little pink red there, which is not actually in there, but we want to layer up, such as, this is the last onion I painted with real-time watercolor painting, and you can see there's red, yellow, and there's not really any red or yellow in there. It's just a hint of that stuff. And so, you know, using this kind of as a formula, you know, the combination of colors kind of adds up to like, hello, I'm an onion. So we're going to try to do the same thing. And that's why that red is there. So anyway, let's just jump right in. I'm going to do kind of speaking of red, I'm going to try to do like a little bit of stuff here. We're trying to do this very loose. I'm trying to go in a big hurry, and I think that here we're doing, you know how the onion has like ribs, so here we're trying to put the ribs in. Doesn't matter if it doesn't all go in, but so, you know, this is just like an echo of the ribs. Anyway, here we got a reflection in shadow, and so this is, I'm just gonna sort of put some water here. That's gonna be the beginning of our reflection in shadow. Does not hurt to exaggerate a reflection in shadow with a little blue, so I'm gonna put a blue blob there. Since we're in a hurry, I'm just gonna leave it like that. And do we want another reflection in shadow? I don't know, maybe just right here. Why not? Because here there's a shadow and a reflection in shadow right there too. That's, I'm going to pick up some of that paint and put it right here. So there's no blue in there, but you know, having the blue is a plus to you know, layer on top of. Next I got I'm gonna do the kind of this golden tan color, but I'm mixing it in to this blue just to get something a little different than you know, like they say don't be painting, you know, straight out of the tube, whatever the color is. So that is why here we're doing like the ribs here. It doesn't matter that we left this empty. We're just going loosely on the ribs there. Now I'm gonna get a darker tone. So I got this blue gray here. I'm gonna mix that with the gold-ish that we just had, and then we're gonna try to go here. This is a bold shadow, that's for sure, and you know, maybe not so great, but since we're trying to go fast, then you know, we gotta lay down some rich tones and you know, hope for the best. So this is nice. I like that area there with this little white peeking through. As we go, you know, speckles like that is going to help give us depth, and certainly this looks like it's in front of this, which is a good idea since that is the case. Right here, what we got is a crest of uh, this white thing. It has a really hard line there, so I'm going to see if I can go very close to that and just start to bring this up. There's a shadow here, but I'm going to try to have the ribs like in there. Okay, so now, and I don't want it to look like a line. That's the most important thing. Okay, and then here we just go there, and let's try to get some of those ribs here. Yeah. So now here I got some ribs in two colors, and that definitely helps give us a 3D look. So um, let's see. So I'm going to try to get the kind of an orange, and so I've got some red. Okay, so here we're going to try to go a little orange just right there. And this one needs some orange on there too, so I'm going to just hit it right here. That's not really orange, but we get some extra red. No idea if that's going to be good, but we're going to find out. Here they got this line of dots that goes around, and here I'm going to take a clean brush, a little bit of water, get it some of the water off, and I'm painting this with just water because I want to remove some of that paint. So boom, there we removed some of the paint, because this is kind of a highlight area. So there we move some of the paint, and then over here I'm gonna try to get a reddish, orange, and just cover this whole thing right here. That's not enough red for my taste. Put some more red from this one. Okay, let's see what's going on there. Oh, that's nice. Whoa. Oh, sometimes you just get a placement and it just rocks the house, and I think that's one. Anyway, now I want to get just sort of cover this, and then I want to do a highlight like we have over there, which is not really working, but maybe it'll work. We'll see. Let me try this again. Okay, well, that's kind of there. Well, okay, I love this. That's great. And here we have like this is a reflection of the lights hitting this and bouncing up, and that's what there's this highlight right here. So with that in mind, I think I'm going to just see about blotting this up just to get a more bold highlight, and it might be too late now. I'll let that dry. Here, this is kind of weird the way that paint is pooling up. This is the kind of thing that would happen on cheap paper, even though this is Arches cotton. But whatever, it's not that noticeable. I don't think you really see it, but I see it. And well, we could probably while we wait for this to dry. This is looking fantastic in my opinion, which is unusual because normally I'm thinking, wow, looks horrible, and on and on, how it looks terrible. So I'm very surprised it looks good. So now I'm gonna take a blue gray. I'm gonna just try to reinforce some of these fabric areas. Okay, that we want this to look like it's behind, so that's why I'm using the cool colors. And so I'm doing gray. Now I've got a gray mixed with red, but I'm hitting it with some blue also. We don't want colors straight out of the tube, right? So anyway, here, this is a very important line, this right here. this is supposed to be coming forward, so let's just try to get this line. And not exactly a loose stroke, but we need to get um, we want to get this thing, this area, to look like it's coming forward. So, okay, now I'm going to try more dark right here, which is risky because it might be dumb, but let's we'll find out in a second. Okay, and then in here, no. Okay, doesn't look like much now, but hopefully it's gonna work into something. We shall see. This blue, I don't really like that blue back there, so uh, anyway, so this, we're trying to do this area here. I guess that's a start. Let's see if we can make this more of a point. And I couldn't say for sure if what we're doing here, so, you know, so attempt at, you know, very fine detail. I don't know if we're really matching our uh, the theme of this thing, which was supposed to be kind of loose. And this, I don't know. I'm gonna try to sort of erase that. Put a wet brush, squish the water out, and then just put the brush right over top where I wanted to erase, and it is kind of gone. And now I want to, I got kind of a warm hint with this same color, and I'm just going to try to sort of go right here to make this shadow a little bit more. This is the shadow of this curl, which is our big important thing to have going in front. And so that looks pretty good, and that's kind of a puddle of water, but you know, it should be okay. And now I'm just going to come down here and sort of smooth this stroke out, and try to actually rub this stroke to have it, like, maybe, I don't know about disappear, but I don't think it's going to disappear. Alright, well, that's cool. And I don't know if that it belongs there. Okay, so that's this not really a good place for that highlight, but you know, we're gonna tighten up this edge. And well, if you ask me, it's going pretty fantastic, which is very unusual for one of my paintings. But anyway, let's see what else. We want to get a very light gray, because this is like, I don't know what, and this has got to be farther behind. So I want to get a light gray, and let's see if this is going to be suitable. Well, first oh my gosh, that's not really a light gray. Well, you know, can't hurt to have a hint of green up there, get a little variety, right? You know, green is not exactly a, you know, fall in the distance color, but, you know, if we make it, leave it like that, you know, let's be subtle, and, you know, I don't know, probably be good to have, where is that? Probably be good to have that somewhere else in the thing to put some down here. And let's see about right here. Should be a little shadow. This we gotta build up a we need to build up a very striking texture or area right here, because this is the thing that's really out of everything here other than this background, this is what's closest to the viewer. So this has really got to pop and say hello, I'm coming forward, right? So let's just put this there. This is kind of weird the way that cloth is wrapping around the bottom, but you can't be spending 3 hours just staring at a still life and saying, "Ooh, let's move this a little over here," or whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna let this dry, and I super appreciate everybody who stopped by. And this should be a really great painting, probably, maybe. Let's have a look at. There's from the angle that I was looking at, more or less, something about right there, I guess. And here is the actual painting, and I think it's looking pretty awesome. How unusual. So check back later. I'm going to keep working on this, and once again, I appreciate everybody who stopped